My name is Damo,
I'm cool. I'm Just.
and we are Financially Lit. Welcome everybody to episode 9. My name is Damo,
I'm cool.
and we are Financially Lit. This episode is very dear to me because I've been knowing her since high school. Our special guest today is Tiara Armstrong, founder, executive producer of Hearts to Hearts, youth advocate, and also is working to do Financially Confident, which is, you guys touch on foreign exchange. I think this is amazing for us, financially lit, because this is the first female we've had as a guest. So,
dope.
Yeah, we need to get you like a plaque or something, like an award or something for that.
I'm the first lady. I'll be the first lady.
But as we discussed off camera, and I want to say it on camera, how much it's been an amazing thing to just watch your journey.
Thank you.
Since we've been knowing each other since high school, and to see how you are with the kids, and especially those girls. Oh my God, I remember speaking at one of the meetings that you had with the ladies, and just to see a light in them because you turned that light on was something. And we don't understand a lot of times how kids may be feeling at home, at school, but when you have somebody that's gonna come in and say, I got you, what you need, how can I help you grow? And to my knowledge, a lot of the kids that you had from youngin is like in college and progressing and doing a lot of great things right now. So that we need to applaud this one right now. So we just gonna applaud her right now. Tiara, please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
So like you said, I run Heart to Hearts, which is a mentoring program for girls ages 5 to 18. And what we do basically is mold them to be their own individual leaders. A lot of times as youth, we want to follow what we see, and we now live in a generation of social media.
Yes, ma'am.
And we all know that social media can be a positive or if it can be a negative, depending on which audience you're drawn to. But because we live in a world of reality TV, we're drawn to the negative. So now I'm comparing myself. I want to buy X, Y, and Z to, be in that standard. I'm doing things to be exposed to people for their liking, not even though they don't know me. I just want them to like me, and a lot of times that deals with low self-esteem, which is where we turn the tables and building up their confidence, getting them educationally on the right path. College may not be the thing for everybody, which I totally understand. I'm all for trading.
Yes.
But let's focus on the one thing we know you need, which is your high school diploma, to at least start you off, you know, and then from there, whatever your avenues are, let's explore that, but in your own right. I don't want to be the one to tell you what you're going to do. I want to be able to push you for what you want to do. It's like two different things. So outside of the program, then yes, I just started Financially Confident, but a lot of people don't know I've been in the game for almost 2.5 years. Just financial aspects.
Okay.
So I started off by myself, breaking generational curses. And I'm going to try not to cry with y'all because I'm super emotional.
But you know what? That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Generational curses.
Yeah.
As much as people don't want to talk about it, we have to talk about it.
Exactly.
That's the only way to break it.
Exactly.
So go ahead.
I grew up in it's hard. My father didn't know anything financially, but work.
That's how I was.
That's it. And I mean, he worked everything from like McDonald's supervisor, crew member, then he went to the hospital, then he did laundry. That was it. It's bare minimum. But I know I gotta provide and I gotta make a way.
Right.
And now he's, working at a factory. Which if that's his avenue, great. My mother on the other hand came from a family where educational was primary. Her father owned several businesses. He invested in property, tried to pass it down to her, but my mom is so driven. If she sees something, she go gets it. So I watched my mother grind through college. I assisted with raising my brothers in high school while she grinded through college. She ran several youth organizations, always in the community. So I have both sides. You know what I mean? But at what point is the struggle not meant to be had at 40? I don't want to be 40, just now able to make 6 figures.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know
and
why?
Living, just
exactly.
Live
Like, why do I have to wait 20 years?
Kids.
Yeah.
And then by the time I retire, average age is 65.
Mm-hmm.
You know, living is
to get there.
72.
Yeah.
So from now I only get you 9-10 years to where I can live my best life. Like, that's not fair.
Right.
It's not fair.
Right.
So one thing, when my mom graduated with her bachelor's degree, she promised that she would go on and do her master's. I truly believe her master's was for herself, but it was also for us, myself and my 2 brothers. And in her doing that, when she walked across the stage, she said, I laid the foundation. It's up to y'all to go to the next level. Okay, cool. I don't know what that means at this point, but I always knew I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to own my own house. I wanted to start a property. I want to help other people. That's all I know. So, okay, let's tap into it. Fumbled around high school, college. It didn't click till I had my son. This is what she meant. I never wanted him to struggle. My husband's the same way. We never wanted him to be able to grow up the way we did. Yeah. Which, that's how our parents was. You want to provide the better for your children.
Right.
Just having a conversation with my husband the other day. He's like, you know, I never realized how spoiled, blessed, we say, our son is. My son knows nothing about pork and beans and hot dogs. He don't know nothing about ramen noodles.
I was just about to say that.
Listen, the only
he gotta know about ramen noodles.
He don't know nothing about ramen noodles. He's like, Mom, what is that? Nothing about ramen noodles. The only thing he knows is ravioli. Okay? That's it. Anything else, struggle meals that we came up off of, he don't know nothing about. If you ask him what he wants for dinner, he wants prime rib, shrimp, salmon. Like, I have an expensive child.
My boy over there living good.
Listen. And he knows that, yes, if we have it, you can have it.
Right.
So now that he has this expensive taste in his mind, okay, let's put the foundation and the groundwork down for you to get it for yourself when that time comes. Which allowed me, like I said, is breaking that generational curse. I'm no longer living for Tiara. My husband is no longer living for Ramon. We're living for the next generation. And if it stopped with my mother, where can I go next? This struggle stops with me. It wasn't until my mother turned 40 that she actually started making 6 figures. Why do I have to wait that long? And at the time I was 20. No way. No way. So I started Heart to Hearts when I birthed my son. God gave me a vision, completely ran for it. My anniversary date for Heart to Hearts is on his birthday.
Oh, okay.
So, huge thing for me. Investing in girls is everything. Now it's time for me to invest in the women that are in the same position that I'm in. You know, and even if it's not women, if it's men who just need that extra person that they know.
Like a mentor.
Yeah. Let me put myself in front of you and show you the game. I have no problem doing that. But a lot of people don't know there's so much more out here than a basic 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Or being an entrepreneur of a business, which is great. Go be an entrepreneur. Do it. Work it to become a business owner. Because that's, like I said before, it's 2 different things. Entrepreneurship is work. You're doing everything. Every aspect of the business is you. So if something goes wrong, it falls on you. Something goes right, it falls on you. If something doesn't happen, it falls on you. Versus when I'm a business owner, I can hire X, Y, and Z to do A, B, and C, and then I can get 80% of what they make. You know what I mean? And I'm doing only 20% of the work.
But there's levels to get to that point, though, too.
There's definitely levels to it, yes.
Absolutely. So, tapping into financially confident, and I think confidence is all across the board. It's not just financial. It's just you as an individual. A lot of times we self-sabotage ourselves because we have so many self-doubt thoughts and we can't get past those. I'm not good enough. What if don't nobody like it? It ain't doing well right now. Forget it.
We just was talking about that.
We just was talking about
you
that.
You have to remove yourself out the way. Do it anyway.
Right.
Part of confidence is doing it scared.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what's on the other side of this thing.
That's to get the best how should I say this? That's to get the best out of someone is to come from when they're not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If you're taking out of your comfort zone,
that's
you
when
can
you
do great
allow yourself
things.
to grow. Yeah. We
Absolutely.
literally just touched on that because we're reading Think and Grow Rich right now.
Okay.
And chapter 1 is the power of your thoughts.
Right.
You know, so it definitely, that self-sabotaging and doubting yourself and just too into your thoughts on the negative side can really hinder you from where you can be in life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think in our community, because we go through so much, it's just almost as if there's no way I can be better. Look at we all in the same space. Like, how can I be better than this? I don't have nothing to show me that I can be better than this. I don't have nobody to tell me that I can be better than this. Or if you're gonna tell me, I need to see how you did it. Because like we touched on this too. A lot. I can't learn from somebody that just preach it and they ain't practicing it. So I could tell a kid, you can be this person, and he look at me like, well, what are you doing?
Right.
Prove to me that I can do it through your actions.
Right.
You know, so I think it's great what you're doing. And I had a question because we are trying to tap into kids.
Okay.
What is that secret power to get to them kids? Like, we goofy, we can get to them, but educating them
that's a whole different level.
Through financial literacy. We could teach money, but then when you teach money, they think of money as, I can go get this and I can go get that, clothes, stuff that depreciate in value, something that has no worth, something that's not going to be a generational wealth. What's something that we can, like, what's that bridge gap? Like, what's that to close in that bridge gap to get the kids to understand how important financial literacy is, do you think?
So, first and foremost, there's tons of kids in Toledo, right?
Right.
Millions of kids in the world. Every kid is not going to be your target kid. So until you're able to identify who your target audience is, you're gonna be all over the place.
Right.
No one's gonna fully listen to you.
Right.
Kid wise, right? So if I hear a rap song and I hear the beat in my head constantly, I'm gonna learn the words.
Right.
Right? So if I see you with a pair of Jordans that I want, then I'm gonna ask you, where you get them from? You know, I'm gonna want to imitate what you're doing. Like you said, you're not gonna, and the same for adults as it is for kids. I'm not gonna do something that you're telling me to do if I can't see you do it.
Right.
So a lot of times we have to, and I don't, for lack of better words, dumb ourselves down to get to their level, and then build them up where we are, so that they can see what's going on in the world around them. Because you got to think, just like us, nobody taught them, nobody's teaching them generational wealth. You know, but what you can relate it to is everybody knows Nipsey.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody knows Nipsey, but people only know one side of Nipsey. He talks about a lot of things that he does in his music, but nobody taps into the documentaries he has. Nobody taps into the little snippets of articles that he wrote that nobody knows is out there until you Google his name. One search leads to another search to lead to another search.
Right.
You know, so I had no idea that Nipsey was even in the foreign exchange market until I watched the documentary of him actually over in Amsterdam, investing in gold coin.
Okay.
What the heck is gold coin?
Right.
We talking about Chuck E. Cheese tokens? What are we talking about? And he literally breaks it down and he tells you the what, when, and why. A lot of times we want to show people stuff, but because we're so afraid of they may do better than me, we don't want to show them the game plan.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
You know?
I know a lot of people like that.
I don't understand, but that's also in our community too.
Yeah, it
because
is.
I want you to do good, I just don't want you to do better than me.
Yep.
Because that means I'm not doing nothing.
Yep. See, that comes from a lot of people when they got, like insecurities or jealous.
Yeah.
They don't want nobody to do better than them.
Pride, ego.
Yeah. Exactly. Low self-esteem.
Emotions are.
Dig into the financially confident in the foreign exchange market.
Okay. So financially confident literally came from me taking a risk for myself. I got into the foreign exchange market recently. I'm about 45 days in. But as far as the financial aspect of it and actually understanding what it is, I'm about 2 years in.
Okay.
I've sitting at home, scrolling, wasting time during the pandemic. I really was having a rough day, and I'm like, God, I need a sign. Like, you gotta give me something, because I know the goals I want to do, but my finances don't match my goals, you know? Right. So I end up running past Sydney Jones, and she's actually my mentor now. She posted something about, I don't know, financial, so I don't remember the title of it. It was something labeled financial. So I'm like, okay. Her post said, you know, DM me for access. So I sent her a message. She's like, send me your number. I'll get you plugged in. I watched the Zoom call, and I never purchased anything. Like, nothing. I don't care.
Especially up front.
Listen, infomercial, Avon products, none of that. I don't want none of that. I believe that I work too hard for my money to just give it away, and it's a product land by the wayside I don't use. So, just to be honest, it was a $235 investment for the education. It gives you, you know, access to the educational platform, and then you also, while you're learning, you make money at the same time. It's so simple. It's literally copying and pasting a signal someone sends out until you understand what you're doing.
Okay.
So again, Sydney Jones has been in this for, I believe, 3 years. Her husband has been doing this since he was 18 and has never worked a 9-to-5 in his life, ever. The man makes $50,000 a month off of the foreign exchange market. But every time I say it, it's freaking bananas.
Man, right.
Like that's just crazy.
I don't know what I'd do if I wake up to $50,000. Just boom.
It's
like,
just there.
What do I do?
Yeah, like what do I do with it? I've never had that much. Like,
and then you know you might get another 50 next month.
Exactly. And then his wife is Sydney. She makes $10,000 a month. Even that, like
$60K in one household a month.
A month. Like what would I? What?
Yeah.
what would I do with that? And it's literally off of them teaching other people what they know, and then also the foreign exchange market. So, Sydney gave me the opportunity. I tapped into it. I purchased it. I thought she was gonna literally leave me by the wayside, and I just was gonna be in this thing by myself. So when you first log in, it's so much information. It's like them giving you 4 years of your college degree up front and then telling you to do it by yourself. No instructor, no nothing, right? Wow. So when I got in, I mean, she texts me every day. For the last 45 days, it's a text message or a phone call. And she's holding me accountable for an investment I made in myself.
Yeah.
She's not getting nothing out of me being in it. She's just passionate about making sure that her people knows what's out here. That's been here for years. Because before, you had to have $1 million in your account before you can even tap into this.
Really?
Literally.
Shut up.
I promise you. Go look it up. You had to have $1 million in your bank account to tap into the foreign exchange market.
The pandemic?
This changed.
Oh.
The access changed.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody made the smarts to say, if it's here, why can't I access it?
Right.
So let me build a platform to teach people.
If you gotta have $1 million just to tap in, it gotta be some money.
Exactly. It was a white man's game.
Yeah.
And I had to have $1 million. So that means I'm working to save up all of this from that.
And then you might.
And then from that $1 million, I can make God knows how long. How much?
I'll be honest. He was just like a couple weeks ago. Was like, I think we need to tap into foreign exchange. And I heard foreign, and I said, hey, I don't know if I want to. I didn't even. All I heard was foreign. Yeah. I'm not nothing that sound out of my element.
I failed Spanish twice. Okay.
Look, I took it twice too. Look, I don't know. Like I'm like I don't know. You check it out, see how you like it, and then you kind of give me like an overview of the whole situation. Because I still don't really know. What do you sell? Because you say you sell something like.
I don't sell anything.
So
when you have a sell and you have a buy, just like stocks, right?
Okay.
You can sell your stocks or you can buy more stocks, right?
Okay.
It's the same thing. as far as that aspect goes.
Okay.
But with stocks, you're taking a risk
Right.
on somebody's company doing good or doing bad
Okay.
in the midst of whatever's going on.
Okay.
Now, you said you've never seen anything foreign, but really you have. How many times have you traveled?
I travel a lot.
So when when you go through the airport, you get off your plane, before you go get your baggage, you're always walking across the little compartments where you can exchange your money for USD, right? For someone who's coming over.
Yeah.
And then you see all the numbers on the screen on the TVs of money coming in, right? That's the foreign exchange market. Every time someone makes a transaction from a European dollar to a USD dollar, I can buy in and basically get profit off of their money, off of their exchange. It's a percentage.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I was wondering like what exactly.
Numbers, I'd be like, I gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, I was wondering what exactly was it that made you your money. Okay, so now that you just explained that thoroughly, now I understand.
Yep.
Okay, so keep going. Tell us about your
transaction. So if I'm transacting my money like we pay taxes, on that portion of it, I can put in however much I want to make sure that transaction happens successfully.
Okay.
And it's on me. So, for example, right now the USD dollar is, at the bottom of the barrel. Not necessarily mean it doesn't hold any currency or anything like that, but it's just at the bottom. A lot of people from United States aren't traveling outside of America.
Right.
I mean, outside of the United States right now. So we're at the bottom. Right. Whereas there's still people coming in here who are getting ready to go back to school or whatever the case may be for college students. So they're exchanging their currency for our currency as we're coming in, right? If you don't have a master or visa, you have cash. So every time someone makes an exchange, I can buy in or sell if I'm holding and make profit off of someone else's exchange.
Okay.
From my cell phone or my computer or my tablet or whatever. I could be sitting by the pool making money. Like I was at a stoplight the other day.
On the side.
Listen, I was at a stoplight the other day, and I shouldn't be saying this because I sell insurance, and you're not supposed to do this. Literally at the stoplight, but I was like back, so I wasn't front in line to where I was gonna go first and somebody's gonna honk at me. But I was a couple cars back, so if it moved, I would have caught on. Making money. That's it. Literally, it's an app on your phone. So for foreign exchange, we use MetaTrader 4.
That's the name of the app?
Yes. Yep.
Say that again.
MetaTrader 4.
MetaTrader. That's how. MetaTrader.
Yep. It's a little blue
You
app.
know the app that I was talking about, not to cut you off, it's called Tiara.
Okay.
That's the app I was talking about.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. But I know there's a lot of different apps out there depending on who's teaching you or whatever. But everything is tied to one centralized location.
Okay.
One thing at the top. Yeah.
So for my $235 investment, it was just a basic package, trying to understand the foreign exchange market, and it breaks it down to what it is, what time the market's open,
when to buy,
exactly, when it sells, understanding pips, all of that. It breaks everything down.
Yeah.
And then you can go up to like the elite package was like $325, where I can then learn cryptocurrency, binary options, Bitcoin, all of that.
Okay.
So I started off with the basic one, then I transitioned to the higher one after watching Nipsey Hussle's documentary. He's talking about gold coin. I'm like, what the hell is
a
gold coin? Like this is only gold coins I've ever seen is Chuck E. Cheese and Major Magic. Okay, so like the dollar that you used to get, your grandma used to give you to put in your
I used to
like
have them
what
too.
is that? And he was over in Amsterdam explaining why he invested in this company and what's about to happen as far as the world goes as we move closer to things being digital. That was 3 years ago that he did that. That he did that. So you can find the video on YouTube. It's all out there.
Right.
Golden land is
But
the way.
listen, 2017, and like I said, my mentors were started at that time, and they're now making $50,000 and $10,000 a month. What the hell am I waiting for? Like,
It's my time.
why am I waiting? So we
Fear.
are exactly my self-sabotaging thoughts. This will never work. It doesn't make sense. It's too easy. What's the scam? That's when we know.
And that's the thing too. Like when you like, this is too easy. Like we think stuff that's Cause we come from, it's
You
hard.
gotta work
You gotta work hard to
make it
get what you want.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
that's what's like pounding in our brains. You gotta get up, go to work, punch the clock, work hard, and you get your figured out.
Yeah, it really just be people just sitting,
Right.
chilling,
Making money.
eating popcorn, feet up, making way more money than we out here slaving to make. Like,
But like I said earlier, you know, the difference between the poor and the rich is the poor works.
Mhm.
The rich thinks.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about the trade that I'm getting ready to place. I'm watching the market. I'm studying the market. I'm studying what's going on in the world around me with the Bloomberg app or whatever the case may be, so that I know how to properly move my money.
Right.
While
Right.
the average person is over here working for someone else, work, whatever that may be.
Right.
And I'm not knocking anybody's hustle because, like I said, if that's what your gift is, that's what you want to do, then great.
Mhm.
But don't just stop at the bottom of the barrel. If you have a chain that you can rise in your company, you know, you should always be learning something. So when I picked it up and I told Sydney, like, for $235, I only have $250 left in my account. Before my next check hits from my 9 to 5, I need to make something shake. Like, I'm stuck. I either got to get my $235 back, or I need to at least make that and then make some more. You know, and she kept telling me patience is a virtue here. Just be patient. Go in here, do what you're supposed to do. Listen to what we're saying, because it's literally a copy and paste. People are sending you signals. You open up your app and place the signals, and you place buy, sell, trade, whatever the case may be. And then you watch it grow for you, or you pull out with binary options. You make money in minutes. That's it. You know what I mean? So my thing is, if I know that and I took the leap of faith to myself and I watched my return come back, and now I'm doubling what I put in, and I've only been in the game for 45 days trading actively.
Right.
Where am I gonna be in 3 years?
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
You know, or even at the end of this year, because my thing is, I believe this pandemic was set for a purpose. You know, yes, it's uncertain.
It was a blessing in a lot of
It was. We don't know what's at the other end of this thing, but I have time, and I still have time living daily that God has given us on this earth. Something gotta shake. So when we come out of it, shoot, I'm about to get back them 3 vacations that was canceled during this time.
You might get 10 vacations
Hello?
now.
But it won't be on the fact of me banking off of 1% of income that I have.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, everyone knows that the rich have multiple. They say 7 streams of income,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. All right. Well, let me tap into what 7 streams you guys have. All of the rich invest in something. So I'm gonna take a gamble on myself.
Right.
And I believe that it was God ordained, because, like I said, I talked to my life coach, and she's telling, we're in our session, and she's like, you know, I don't know what it is, but this is on my heart. You're about to tap into something that you've never tapped into before. That's getting ready to bless you financially, and it's gonna set you up to where you never have to struggle. I never told this woman what I planned to do, what I just watched the day before. Never. Didn't make a status, didn't do nothing. I prayed on it after I got off the Zoom call. So for me, that was only confirmation of, Tiara, go ahead and do it. I texted me at 10:30 at night. I'm like, let's do it. She's like, you sure? I'm like, let's do it. I didn't even discuss it with my husband. I always discuss stuff with my husband. I told him after the fact, when he was sitting in the living room with me, he was like, you done with your meetings? I'm like, that wasn't a meeting. That was an investment. And he's like, what you mean? And I'm like, yeah, I just took $235 out of my account, and we're gonna watch it work. But I said it like
you said it like, don't be mad.
Exactly. And I told him, I said, once I figure this out, it's up to me to share with everybody I know.
Right.
Being my next person is my husband. Because if I'm gonna do it, we a team.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna
for
do
sure.
this
We're doing this together.
He didn't ask no questions. He supports me when I'm sitting there learning, trying to figure stuff out.
That's amazing.
He's right there with me, and then I'm showing him. So as we're, pillow talking in the bed or whatever the case may be, I got my phone open and I'm trading. And he's like, okay, babe, how does this work and how does this work? And I'm like, let's watch this together, So my $235, it didn't go to waste. I got education that I've never known anything other than, what I hear. Yeah. But I didn't necessarily know what it was. Until I tapped into it. So now I have education. I have a new skill that I can do whenever I choose to do it. because the foreign exchange market is like the stock market, it opens and closes at certain times.
Yeah.
Binary options is 24 hours, 7 days a week. So if I decide on Sunday I want to make money, I can do that. I don't have to wait for it to open. So anywhere, anytime, no matter where I'm at, I can make money. And it's not necessarily a full-time thing for me at the moment, but I'm learning to grasp that skill for it to add on to the full-time task that I have. And it is now my mission. So like I said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. It's now my time to share my information with somebody else and build that team. Because I can call Damo or call you and say, hey, I got X, Y, and Z. We about to get this bag. It's not me getting a bag, 80% of the bag, and y'all getting 10% a piece to split the last 20%.
Right.
It's I'm getting 100% of my bag, you're going to get 100% of your bag, and you're going to get 100% of your bag. And you can
so no one's technically piggybacking off of the next. Okay.
Absolutely.
I like that because I hate when it feel like a pyramid. I don't like when it feel like it's a pyramid thing. Like, oh, well, he really probably only want me to come so he can kind of make off of me. You know what I'm saying? And then he can make off the next person I bring up. Like, I don't like that part of stuff.
I'm literally actively trading. In my first week, when I first logged on and I started, she kept telling me just copy and paste. So they put you, with whoever you're connected with in a group or whatever the case may be, and you get the signals. And I'm literally copying and pasting as I'm sitting there watching the video to learn what I'm doing. And I'm making money. And I make my own, risk management however I choose to, because what people don't understand is foreign exchange is not gambling.
Right.
It's 90% factual that this is going to happen. 10%, 90%, I'll take my risk on the night. That means if I make 10 trades, out of those 10, only one of them may flop. But that means I have 9 still that went through. To me,
make a lot of sense to
listen,
me.
let me go ahead and jump in that real quick.
You got me thinking. I'm gonna do some research tonight on this.
I tell you, if you're interested, I have no problem in showing you. Right now, my team and I are doing 7 days free trial.
Okay.
So you're gonna go through 7 days. We're gonna teach you, I believe it's 48 different things in the foreign exchange market, and then you can decide after that 7 days if you want to do it or not. But you get free education.
Right.
You don't have to sign up. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to pay nothing. Nothing. 7 days. I'm gonna teach you what I know and what my mentors have taught me. My mentors are also gonna get on there and teach you what they know. And I told y'all this is $50,000 a month, $10,000 a month. The last call I was on, a guy was making $750,000 a month. Like, it's money out here to be made. Money to be made. If you do not believe me, like I said, my mentor is Sydney Jones.
I believe you because I've heard a lot of stories about it. What they say, Forex. I heard stories about Forex, but I didn't know the dynamics around it because it's foreign exchange, and I'm like, foreign exchange.
Once you get that foreign,
it make you back off like, wait a minute. I don't want
to
to be in jail because I'm taking a risk.
So, and then he, like I said, he introduced me to again a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, well, shoot, go on to the Zoom call and see what you learned. Then tell me what you learned. Like, I didn't completely disregard it because I hear too much about it. I just not as knowledgeable, and at the time, when I'm not passionate about something at that moment, I'm not just even about to tap into that lane yet until I get a little bit more knowledgeable of it. And then if I still be like, oh, okay, maybe it's something I do want to try with a little bit more information. Yeah. But you definitely just fully educated me on this whole thing. Like, I'm like,
that's all it's about.
Just should have been here. He'll be like, man, I missed it.
It's all about education. That's it. From the time we come out of our rooms, they put us in preschool. Education. You're learning something. High school, primary, high school, college, life. Your lessons are education in life. It's all about what you learn. These are tools that the other races have known about.
Yeah.
Why are we so late tapping into it? I thank God for Nipsey Hussle. I truly believe that man lived out his purpose. He showed us how to get from A to B. And then not only did he show us, if you tap into him a little bit more, he laid out the plan for you. Literally. That's it.
I was telling I was talking to my godson about it because he's aspiring to be like a rapper.
Okay.
But he's young, and you know he follows like the stuff that he probably shouldn't be following right now. And he talks about stuff that you probably shouldn't be talking about at 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, or 9 years old. Yeah. And he was like, well, that's what everybody listening to. And I'm like, this dude, Nipsey Hussle, literally, you can be a rapper and educate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm literally playing him at the moment. He didn't even know we was even listening, because they not really paying attention to the words that they're listening to. Yeah. They're just saying it. So like, I'm like, listen. And when he's listening, the dude literally mapping out, telling you like what buying land, investing in yourself, buying property. How he living in LA and he got a crib and he got property in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He getting a residual income as he's speaking through the mic right now. Like it's certain stuff that people hide to get to us. They said if you want to hide something from us, put it in the book. They don't expect us to read.
Right.
They don't.
But you remember when we came over, we couldn't read the English language. Right. So you know, we had our own stuff going on over here. Right, y'all brought us over here, and now y'all not gonna teach us, because if y'all teach us, like we said before, you fear that I'm gonna be more successful than you are.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna hide all type of stuff in books, because you're never gonna get it because you can't do it.
But then our people is creative. Our people is creative. Like we said earlier, how do we tap into the younger generation? And you said it, music.
Right, yeah.
I honestly believe that, and to answer your question from earlier, Nipsey's gonna be y'all's platform. Yeah. And you can even use Tupac. He was our generation, you know, or he was my mother's generation, but I heard him growing up. Yeah. Now, I knew his music, you know, I get around and, you know, keep my head up and all that other stuff. Yeah. It wasn't until I was in my teens to my early 20s that I started listening to his music, and I'm like, this man was telling me this the whole time. Yeah. He's a genius. And if you go back and watch his documentaries, he was smart. He laid everything out.
He was smart, like literally a smart dude.
Very much so. But nobody saw that, because all they saw was a
thug life. You know what I'm saying?
You know, nobody saw that.
They saw the image. They saw the image. They didn't take the time to see him for himself.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, for kids, they're going to see, they imitate what they see. Mm-hmm. You know, and like I told my grandparents the other day, I'm listening even when I'm not paying attention. Mm-hmm. Right. You could be telling me something, and I may be looking off elsewhere on my phone or whatever the case may be, but I heard everything you said. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, if you keep repeating it and keep feeding it to me, you're going to pour it into my subconscious mind, which is then going to become my conscience, which is my reality. So with the whole financially lit aspect, I think it's dope. I have a platform for children. Like I told Damo before, I have no problem with y'all coming and take the load off of me to do what y'all certified to do. Like, please come in. Listen, how many weeks do you need? Because that means that's education that I don't have to necessarily lay out myself. Yeah. Somebody else can do it. I have no problem with passing the bar. It ain't going to take nothing off of me. You know what I mean? And then they friends is going to go tell their friends. And I'm plugged into so many youth organizations. It's like, okay, hey, I got this team that's teaching this financial aspect or this piece that you've been missing. Right. Because now everybody's into breaking generational curses. So since we're in that mode, I got this team of financially lit people that's going to come in and do X, Y, and Z with your kids. And we're going to set out a game plan. You know? And then that gives y'all the floor to do whatever. And if that's recording a session while you're teaching kids, so now you have that to take to whoever's, you know, opportunity, a church organization, a school building, whatever, to say, hey, we have proof that the kids are actually involved and engaged. Yeah. We want to implement it in your program. Right. Please. That's one less thing I ain't got to do. Because I've been doing it all for a long time. And I understand the value of a team. And I'll keep repeating it until the day that I die. And I pray they put this on my tombstone or wherever they throw my ashes, that if you want to go alone, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Everything in life is centered around a team. What's a family? a team. Everybody has a part.
Yep.
Right.
Your mom does something, your dad does something. If it's a single parent home, you gotta do. Your mother's working, you do chores.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything makes things work around. When you're working for an employee, you're a team. You know, when you're building a business, at some point, the goal is to build a team.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to actually go from entrepreneurship to business owner, like you're gonna need a team.
Yeah.
So until we can take the I out and be okay with delegating tasks and building together to get to wherever we're going,
right,
we're never going to be successful.
I think we slowly climbing a little bit, especially during this pandemic. I've seen our people hustle like no other.
Listen,
Man.
I done bought tacos. I done got clothes. What's the other? I got my hair braided multiple times by new people. Who else I done tapped into? It was a couple. Oh, matter of fact, my whole weekend. So I bought my energizing tea from Nutrition Rocket.
Plug them, girl. Plug them.
Listen,
Plugging them.
I got my tables and chairs for my granny's 70th birthday from Nikki Carter and her son DeRay, which will be 16 in 2 days. I got my nails done at the nail bar, black-owned business. I buy clothes from Tame Beauty, which is all right in the same strip. You get your nails done, get your clothes, get your energy strength, so you can do what you gotta do. Listen, I believe in supporting black-owned business, and I'm here with y'all, which is Financially Lit, which is another black organization. Like, I don't mind sharing the wealth and teaching my son. I take my son everywhere I go when I can. For things that I'm doing in the public eye, because I want him to see if my mom can do it, I can do it. You know, and he has his own game plan, but it's showing him young and putting him in front of it young instead of waiting until he gets 15, 16. Now he's occupied with his own things, and I'm trying to tell him something, because that's what the other culture is doing.
Yep.
They toddlers is right along with them,
passing it along before they graduate.
Listen, and I really wish that they would bring your daughter to work day, bring your son to work day. Because I learned so, Do they?
No, they still
don't. We don't have it.
They don't have it no more. We have
I know back in the day, they did. I'm talking about
how far back you going? You touching his age?
I'm in my prime, okay? I'm tapping into stuff that's going to take me to the next level. I love 30. I do. But I wish we brought that back, because it taught me a lot of skills. I saw my mom work. And then they give you little tasks. Like I was copying papers and typing up stuff. But that gave me motivation. Like in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to do this one day. And I didn't know if I was going to be in that field, but just the aspect of being amongst other business owners. That's so dope to me. So any chance that I get, if my son's not with me, he's with his father, which is a barber. And he's like, ooh, I want to learn how to, do X, Y, and Z. So now my husband is teaching him how to cut hair. So you're going to go into school.
And all the kids
Hello.
like,
that's how his dad started in the locker room, in his mom's bathroom. You have a hustle now. I went to college with a trade of doing nails. I was making money and working while I was in college.
That's all I know is trade.
That's dope.
Which is why, like I said, I believe college is great because we also have to have the language to play the same game as them. We can't go in a meeting talking about what I specifically said. Like, we talking about the ocean here? Like, what are we talking about? You mean specific?
Might as well.
Like, you have to have the language to play the game. In order to be an equal on the playing field, you have to have the language. So yes, schooling is important, and you need to surround yourself with people who are already doing it. So once you get to that aspect, now give me something else to look forward to. I've reached this level. Let me go find some more people that want to be at the next level so I can do what they're doing. They can feed me what they did. We can cut out the middleman and figure out what I need to do so I can set my goals accordingly. That's all financially confident is believing in yourself to go out here and achieve your goals financially. You need money in every aspect of your life.
You're gonna need money.
And the money will come, but you have to get out of your way. Remove yourself out the way. If you're scared, do it anyway. You don't know what lands on the other side of fear. And that was my thing when I walked into the forex or foreign exchange market. I don't know what's on the other side of this. But I do know that if Tiara moves out her way, there's a possibility that I'll be $50,000 a month, $750,000 a month. Like, there's a possibility, and I can take people with me.
Yeah. You already said it's a 10% risk loss. You might as well get out your way and see what that 90
Listen,
gonna
what's the point? And then I can tell the market what I want to make, so I may put in $20 in the market. You may be confident enough to do $100 in the market. So whatever your bag is, that's 100% your bag. I don't get no profit off of that.
Right.
I don't want none. For you to text me like, hey man, T, I just made this bag, sis, off of the signal. What you get? Bag signals all day. Like my bag, like you said earlier, my bag may not be your bag dream, you know, but we're all able to tap into it together, and that's all it is building the team.
That's right. We appreciate you coming on the show. We actually got a little goodie for you. Because we love you so much. So enjoy. We appreciate you coming on our platform and talking to us about Hearts to Hearts and financially confident.
Financially lit. Hey, that's dope. It's a light bulb.
Yeah.
I didn't notice this.
Oh, you didn't notice it?
No, it just looks like you see like a speaker or something that say lit. That's a light bulb. That's dope.
Yeah.
This is so bomb, y'all. I thank y'all for having me. Like, I appreciate it.
But we ain't done. Tell them how they can find you.
Oh. If you would like to tap in. I'm just practicing. No. You can find me on social media on Facebook. It's Tiara Armstrong, spelled the correct way, like the crown you wear on your head. On Instagram, I am Mrs._Tiara the Mentor. Snapchat is the same. That's about all I'm into right now. In doing so, you don't have to have every social media platform. You need two. One that you get the most engagement from, and one where you don't have to say too much. You can just sell your product or put yourself out there. You know, that's just a little nugget bit. But I appreciate y'all having me. This was beautiful. Anything I can ever do to help y'all in any type of way, please let me know. I have no problem.
Y'all show her some love. She does a lot, especially for our young ones. Hearts to Hearts is a non-profit organization. So, so reach out to her, bless them babies. That's how we grow. You know what I'm saying? Support. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in to episode 9. We just recorded earlier too, so episode 9. Follow us, FinanciallyLit 2020 on Facebook, FinanciallyLit 2 on Instagram and Twitter. We appreciate your love and support. Make sure you subscribe. Share this video. Share. Do not hold this information. Do not hold this information. If anything you learned in this whole thing is stop holding information. And we appreciate you. We appreciate your love and support.